What we're going to do is any file that you're in, on the left-hand side, you're going to click into your smart list under Data over here. And it's going to pop you into the smart list menu. This is, again, your smart list is just your checklist, moving through all your items to keep your file on task. To create a template, you're going to click on the right-hand side in the blue under Powerful Escrow. Down a little bit under Hot List, there's Template Library. Click on that bad boy. So in here, you will find, and I'm in Andrea's test file just because she has a test file and I don't. So you're going to find a bunch of pre-mades. We have our own in here, but you'll find a bunch of pre-made templates that you can copy if you want, or you can add on the left-hand side. See over here, you can add a whole new template. I prefer to copy because I don't like to reinvent the wheel. And you know, all great artists copy other artists. If you want to start totally from scratch, that's fine. It's a little bit more work, but that's up to you. So I'm going to click into one that I was messing around with earlier. So actually, let's do this. Let's copy this template. So we're going to go into a copy, the best template of all. So when you copy, you can change the template name up here. I'll give you a little option. And you can say the second best template of all for this video, or whatever. You are going to be naming this something like sale or FSBO or refi or just template. Make it real plain if you want to. Make it more complicated if you prefer. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Don't make it too hard if you don't want it to be that way. So you name your template, whatever you want to make it. Your EO assigned should be you. In this case, I'm Andrea. You will have tasks that you will create. And essentially you just want to go through and think of, you know, what's the first step when I personally, as an escrow officer, what's the first thing I do when I open the order? So you're going to come here to your task name. You're going to do open. When I open the order, this is number 1. I want that to show up first. I'm going to upload the purchase contract, tax bill, addendums. Oh, I can type. Whatever it is you want. Now, this is the cool thing with your template is you can set when you want this task name to pop up a reminder in your smart list. It sounds a little complicated, but it's really not. So when you open the order, you want that to happen pretty fast, you would say. So I would say 1 day after I open in this column right here, I want this to pop up in my smart list to remind me, hey, did you upload the purchase contract, tax bill, do all that stuff? Did you open the order correctly? And then when I'm done with that in my smart list, I can check it off. There's a couple of other things over here we can use. If you don't want to use all these doodads, you don't have to, but they're pretty awesome if you want to click around and mess around in here. So let's say we're moving through our file tasks. Jamming along, I got to remember to order an updated payoff. So we don't really do that after open, but we want to make sure that gets done so many days before close. So in this days before close column, I would do 10 because 10 days before close, or whatever it is for you guys, don't pick my method apart here. 10 days before close, I want to remind myself to order an updated payoff or an HOA or check that we have the home warranty from the agent, whatever it is. So order an updated payoff 10 days before close. There's a bunch of other cool stuff over here. You can do days after a status change. So let's say so many days after our commitment was ready to send out. You want to set a reminder to send out whatever it is. Or this is any file status update we have in the system. So, I mean, there's a million things that you can set a reminder for. Again, if you don't want to get this deep, you don't have to. Days after a completed item, this is one of my favorites. So it has all of your previous tasks in here. So let's say you want to base this task after a previous task. So after, I get my seller paperwork sent out, I want a reminder to get it back. So I would click whatever it is when that's complete. Then so many days after that, it will send me a reminder. So you can do days of the week, every so weeks. Like I said, you don't have to get in here if you don't want to. It's pretty comprehensive. If you just want to do so many days after open, make your little checklist, truck along, you can do that too. Yeah, that's it. That's how you make a checklist template. After you're done, you can always go back and amend this. It's pretty easy. After you're done, you got your basic stuff set up. You scroll all the way to the bottom and hit submit.